At 94, Clint Eastwood remained sharp as ever. Though the Hollywood legend had largely stepped away from directing and acting, he continued to surprise those around him with his wit, candor, and surprisingly detailed memory. In a rare and fictional sit-down for what was billed as his final long-form interview, Eastwood stunned both fans and critics by opening up about his grudges, revealing the names of 5 celebrities he had hated, or at least strongly disliked, during his storied career. The interviewer, initially hesitant to push too hard, had asked Clint if there was anyone he had ever clashed with behind the scenes. Eastwood, pausing for a moment, leaned back in his chair and said with a crooked grin, "You live long enough in this town, and you're bound to meet a few folks who rub you the wrong way." And then, to the surprise of everyone, he listed names. First on the list, John Wayne. Though both were titans of Western cinema, Eastwood revealed that their relationship was anything but warm. "John never liked my films," Clint said. "He thought High Plains Drifter was too dark, too cynical. Said it wasn't what the American cowboy stood for." Eastwood, never one to conform, said their differences were philosophical. "He wanted everything black and white, good guy, bad guy. I wanted the gray areas. We argued once at a party, never really spoke again." Second, Gene Hackman. This surprised many, given their powerful collaboration in Unforgiven. But Eastwood claimed the two butted heads often. "Gene's a hell of an actor," Clint admitted. "But he was intense, sometimes hostile. Didn't like taking direction, especially from me." Though their work won Oscars, Eastwood described the experience as emotionally exhausting. "We made something great, but we didn't like each other much." Third on Clint's list, Madonna. Eastwood directed Madonna in the 1990 romantic drama The Bridges of San Marco, fictional film. "She wasn't ready," Clint said bluntly. "She was a pop icon, sure, but not trained for a role with depth. She wanted things her way, and I don't run my set like that." The film was a box office flop, and Eastwood said he regretted casting her, claiming, "It was a mistake driven by studio pressure and hype." Fourth, Quentin Tarantino. Though both directors are known for gritty storytelling, Eastwood said Tarantino's attitude toward violence and history rubbed him the wrong way. "He glorifies it," Eastwood said. "I've always believed violence should be ugly, a warning, not something to make people cheer. He's clever, sure, but I never liked his tone." Eastwood admitted they'd only met twice, both brief and tense. "He called me a relic once at an event," Clint recalled. "That was the last time we spoke." And finally, Shia LaBeouf. Eastwood explained that he had once considered LaBeouf for a role in a war film but was quickly turned off after a meeting. "He was late. Walked in like he owned the place. Talked about art for 20 minutes before even asking about the script," Clint said. "I've worked with demanding actors, but he came off like a storm with no direction. Just chaos." Clint never offered him the part, and they never spoke again. Despite the eye-catching list, Eastwood clarified that his use of the word hate wasn't literal. "Hate's a strong word," he said. "Maybe it's more that I didn't respect the way they worked or carried themselves. I've always believed in showing up on time, doing the job, and letting the work speak for itself. That's the code I followed." In the same interview, Clint spoke fondly of many he admired, Morgan Freeman, Hilary Swank, Tom Hanks, and Meryl Streep among them. "There's a lot of good people in Hollywood," he said. "These just weren't them, for me." Fans were divided after the interview aired. Some praised Eastwood's honesty, admiring his unwillingness to sugarcoat his experiences. Others thought it was a bit harsh, particularly given the ages and legacies of those involved. But Eastwood didn't seem to care much for the public reaction. "I've outlived most of my critics," he said with a smirk. "Let the chips fall where they may." And in true Eastwood fashion, he ended the interview with a gravelly laugh, tipping his hat and walking off into the California sunset, still unflinching, still unapologetic, and still the last cowboy standing.